I think for me on my personal page, I have a public page, and I do get some DMs, but they're always like, you're so beautiful and blah blah blah, like stuff like that surface level stuff. I haven't got anybody who was like very clever to get in my DM to be like, hey, I want to take you out, like, can we talk? Or so nothing like that has happened. A lot of mine is just the basic, like, you so fine, I wish you were mine. And then they'll write me back a week later, like, you so fine, I wish you was mine. It's like, you already said that. So nothing worthwhile has been in my DMs. And that's okay. Because right now it's just like, if you're not gonna come the right way, then I'm gonna be more so like Sherry Renee and just delete because it's pointless.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like, we've established that last week. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Tell me something new.
I know I'm fine. Can you tell me something else?
Right. And especially like when I make stories, like that's when most of the DMs come. Like if I post a picture of me doing something or whatever, and they all the same thing. Oh, you so fine, you so pretty, you so beautiful. And I'll be like, and I move on.
Yeah.
Why is it that guys keep running the same lines over and over again? I don't get it. It's like they say the same stuff, and I'm thinking, how do you expect to get different results? Like, do they just copy and paste or what?
I think it's because we accept it, right? I think that there are some of us who accept it. I think some guys like to see, like they're just trying to put the bait out there to see who's going to catch it.
Yeah.
But I'm a different type of fish. So I'm just not going to bite the you're pretty, because there's a lot of women that are pretty. Most women are pretty, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
And it's that, they don't have those interpersonal skills. So you don't even know how to communicate. So not only have we taken away this face-to-face communication, so now we're doing it on our devices or on a computer. So you don't even have the words to say to communicate to a woman that you have in some interest in. So I think, what they've known to work for them in that bait is, you so fine, you so pretty. Somebody has responded to that. But it's like, you can't even hold the conversation to even be different than everybody else. So I think there's been some lack of being able to communicate amongst men and women for that matter too.
I also wonder sometimes, do they even want to communicate, right? Because there's been guys where I'm literally like, you have my number. You don't need to DM me, right? So you actually could call me. Exactly. So my thought is, maybe they don't want to communicate. Maybe that's what they want to do. They just want to say, you're pretty. And I'm just going to say thank you and double tap it. And if that's the case, then that's fine.
And that is fine, because at some point I'm going to start responding to the you're pretty altogether, because this is ridiculous now. And I totally agree that, some dudes who are in my DM, they also have my phone number. But that takes work, like calling and, now I got to figure out what I'm going to say. And I feel like people just don't have the capacity to do that. They want that quick, that instant gratification. So, yeah.
Do you think that's a generational thing? Do you think that's maybe a certain age group that's like that, a certain demographic maybe? Because, okay, yeah. Because, okay, go ahead, Chanel.
Yeah, I think for us millennials, I think we're in a cool spot because we know before and we know now. Like we're familiar with what the world was like pre-internet and, pre-social media. So I think we're in a space where it's just like, okay, y'all doing this, but I know that it wasn't always like this. Like in middle school, I used to get so many letters from boys. Used to be so sweet. Like they was writing like 4-page letters or get my phone number. And it's like, guys don't do that now because now we've moved into this like internet and social media age where I feel like, but you have it in you because when we was in middle school, you were doing these things. So you got lost in what was easy for you, what was the easiest thing for you to do. So I think for our age group, we're in a weird, not a weird space, but we're kind of in that gray area where we know before and we know what we have now.
I agree. I think that, back in the day, there would be voicemails There would be like this one guy, he used to like sing on my voicemail, and I always thought that was really sweet. People would leave stuff for you, like at the locker or whatever, right? At your car, you might come outside and there's something on your car. Now, and it is weird because we are millennials. Chanel, are we 35? Wait, is it 35? I stopped counting, Sean. You know that.
Oh.
How old is it?
It's next month. We are 34.
Okay, we're 34.
Yes.
Chanel's older. That's neither here nor there. Just throwing that out. But in any case,
y'all still young.
in any case, the guys our age, like she said, they were the ones who were leaving the voicemails, writing the letters, doing those things. And for whatever reason, there was a shift that happened. But I feel like the younger guys, if I'm being honest, those are the guys, literally, if I'm out, I could be at Target and the young guys will come and approach you in person, and you've got to talk them down like, no, I could be your mom. We don't have time for this. And they're like, oh no, like they're the ones that are more aggressive with shooting their shot, taking the chance, doing the face-to-face. Let me take you out. Me and Chanel, when we went to Atlanta, there was this young dude. Somehow I gave him my number. I don't know how. Probably because he was being persistent and he was, acting like a grown man, even though he was a young man. But calling, like leaving the voicemails, doing the things that's actually required to get to know people. I feel like now the millennials and even the guys that are older, they will text you to death. And here's the thing about texting. I don't know your voice. So when you text someone, it's based off of a baseline of a relationship that you have. So when Chanel and I text each other, I can put context to it, right? I can put her language to it. I can have her speech pattern, her voice. I know what that is. I can laugh because I'm like, that's funny. I know exactly how she said that. And I knew what she was doing when she said that. But if I don't know you and our first conversation is via text and that just continues, there's no connection, not for me, because again, I don't know you. So as far as I'm concerned, we can just swap out the name because I haven't built anything with you. Who are you? You are a robot. You're a device as far as I'm concerned, because there's no attachment. Who are you?
I like that. That's good. Yeah, because I guess too, y'all familiar with my story, but my wife and I, we first met on Instagram. Yeah, we were texting each other. I mean, we were in the inbox, but that conversation switched very fast. Like, all right, let's just go to the phone, because you want to put that voice, you want to put that individualized person, what you sound like, your mannerisms, all these different things. So I guess, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I like that.
Yeah, it's just very two-dimensional, right? And I think that even in the text messages, a lot of guys will send, I'm going to call them low-value texts.
I love
one
that.
word. And I'm like, good morning. Good morning. You know what? Because now, like, you're trying to put something out there for me to carry the weight that I'm not going to carry. So you send me one word, I'm probably not going to respond at all. Or you're going to get the one word back. I'm good. Smiley face.
You're going to get the K, just not an okay, right. But just the K.
It's just the K. You're not worth the O at this point, because I don't know who you are.
Oh my God. Yeah, fellas. So step your game up. See, Sherry and Chanel, they're trying to tell y'all. So step your game up, man. Be a little more, take the time, put in the necessary work. I think a lot of guys today, man, they try to do the least work as possible today. I think a lot of that comes from because we have access to so much. And again, I guess I'm telling my age, because when you met somebody back in the day, if they lived on your street, you only had certain people to choose from, whether if that was at your church, your community, or whatever kind of event that you had going on, maybe if you played soccer or sports or something like that. But outside of that, you had to be proactive, because if you went to the mall, you might not ever see this girl again. So today is like, okay, well, she's busy, swipe. She's busy, swipe,
Yeah, and I think also with being online, guys that would never approach you in person will try to approach you via the net.
Yes, it has. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I think one of you all said, I'm sorry, I don't remember if it was Sherry, Renee, or Sean, but you could be whoever you want to be online. So I'm feeling like the man when I walk through, when I get on Instagram, like I'm posting these pictures, you know, I can be whoever I want to be. And I do think, you know, a lot of guys take that and run with it. Or they see like other people and then they get into that comparison type of mindset. Like you see what other people have going on, or you see this guy has this girl and you're trying to live off of their fake persona that they created. You're trying to live up to that. And it's just like, you really do have the know-how in you. Because like we mentioned before the internet, before social media, you had to be proactive. You know, if we were going to a party at Marquette, or we were going to a party in Madison, like we weren't going to see these people anymore. So I need you to have my number. Like, here, take my number. Like, we're going to call each other because I'm not ever going to see you again.
Yeah, there was a sense of urgency.